Now the camera's where it should be, hopefully. We can see the road, not too much on my speedo. Yeah. So yeah, so vlogs are quite easy. So today's plan is to leave Stonehaven and we're going to go to a place called Johnshaven, which is about 15-20 miles down the coast, because they have a place called the Lobster Shop, which I've been dying to go to since I found out about it. Actually, it's a strange story. I found out about it. I was in the pub one night, standard, and I was sitting outside and there was only one table left and I was waiting for a mate, and this older guy comes up. I saw him like kind of hanging around. I was like, oh, for God's sake, he's gonna want to sit at this table. But I, by a rule, don't like people, so I was trying my best just to look the other way and ignore his existence. But however, I caught his eye and he's like, do you mind if I sit here? And like really posh English dude. I was like, shoot. You can't at that point turn around and be like, nah, absolutely not. Fuck off, go and sit on the floor. You can't do that. So I was like, okay, yeah, have a seat. And then he started talking, which was even more but turned out to be quite an interesting guy, also in the oil industry, newly retired. And he propositioned me. No, I didn't actually. I'll stop pretending. It was a genuinely nice interaction. He had been down to the Lobster Shop in Johnshaven a very similar day to today, and he said it was amazing, and he'd lived in Aberdeen for 20 odd years and didn't know about it. So damn it, I should have passed this guy. So yeah, and he said it was really good. So last time I was back home, I went out of my way to try and go, but it was closed the day I wanted to go. So today I have checked, it is open. It's a stunning day, so what a good opportunity to get out on the bike, fire up the mighty Indian and go down the coast road. So, and give everyone an update and chat shit and everything else. And to be honest, this little loop's quite nice because you can go over one of my other favourite roads in the area back to Aberdeen. So depending on fuel and how we're looking, I think we'll probably end up doing that afterwards. But when you've got views like this, you can't really, can't really fault it. And then over there you got Dunnottar Castle. I'm trying to think if I've been on this road before on the channel. I don't think I have. So hopefully everyone is well. I have got less than a week left before I go away again offshore. Been a tough one this trip. This back home, really struggled with one of my cats, well my only cat now, was really ill, and yeah, had to get emergency surgery, which ended up, yeah, it was being very expensive and also causing a week worth of stress to make sure he was okay. But he appears to be on the mend. But when stuff like that happens, it just kind of puts a downer on your week. Your ability to concentrate, your ability to want to do anything just kind of disappears. So that wasn't very fun, but he had the surgery on Monday and he's all better now. But up until that point it had been quite hectic, wondering how he was going to get on. I love this road. It's the coast road, so it goes from Stonehaven all the way down to Arbroath maybe? I don't know, I can't remember. It comes inland a little bit. But it's just got nice sweeping corners, nice and open. Yeah, I mean you could horse down this at 100 miles an hour if you wanted to, which we're gonna, maybe. But it's just a beautiful road. I've always enjoyed this one just for a nice relaxing ride once I get past these people, because, you know, YOLO. Hopefully. Maybe. This car coming. Tell you something weird I saw the other day, and I'm going to put it out to the comments. I saw people out on the roads like this, and they didn't have gloves on. They were riding bikes. Some were riding a GS, some was riding a Harley, And regardless of how hot it is, they didn't have gloves on. I just think that's I don't know, like no one plans to fall, but look at this house, by the way. It's absolutely amazing. It's got this massive garden. Try not to crash because I'm also, and there's a little stead in here, and oh god. Yeah, so that's so it's weird. I thought it was really strange. I don't know, for me, falling off my bike as a kid hurts like hell, so do that at a much faster speed. You want to give yourself a fighting chance to try and do as well out of it as possible. But so this weekend is meant to be, my friend and I are going away for a couple of nights. He's got his Audi R8, it's been in a few of the videos. I'm going to ask my dad nicely to borrow his caterham. So we're going to head down to the west coast of Scotland and do some, lower west coast of Scotland, do some roads down there. Not done that before, really looking forward to it, especially if I can get to it in the caterham. If I can't get the caterham, I'll just do it on the motorbike, but I think I mentioned before, I love driving as much as I love riding, so any opportunity to go out in a nice car is one that I'm always going to take. So, well, it's quite busy. Oh well. Getting me lobster roll. What was I saying? I just kind of salivating in the mouth at the thought of a lobster roll, but hello, Mr. Crotch Rocket friend. So yeah, like earlier in the week, I don't know, I kind of tie a lot of my ability to go out on a motorbike. I really want to be, I've been out a couple of times since being back, especially in the nice weather, but you kind of need to be in a good mindset, and with that shit going on with the cat, I just didn't feel like it was really going to give all my concentration, even though potentially it would have helped clear my head, but don't know if other people are the same. So I've got this microphone on again in my backpack. Hopefully it works this time. I forgot it last time, so So there's a house that we've found that we really like, my girlfriend and I. Only difficulty is it's about this. It's just about 3 miles to the right, so it makes it about a half hour, 40 minutes from Aberdeen, which is, it's okay, I suppose, but it's not me that has to drive it every day because I work offshore. But it's an awesome house with plenty of room to expand, and it's got a little flat aside next to it, and something like that just gets my brain thinking for like Airbnb or like a biker stop off, or because the roads here are pretty awesome. You could have a space for bikes, have some just a cool kitted out, tools available for people to use them, and then finally get back to maybe looking at that bike rental business, which is the main reason I bought this. But then, because I was away with work and because I live in the centre of town, there was a few things kind of put that thing to bed quite early. But I definitely think there's maybe a market there to buy a bike and allow someone to park their car and then take the bike out for as long as they need it, a week, 5 days a week, charge them a rental. It's a successful model. I've seen it being used elsewhere with good success, so I don't know, just when you see something like that, the brain starts ticking away and you think, maybe this would be quite a good idea. I don't know, but the house is quite expensive and I won't be able to sell my house. I have to keep my house, so it means financial suicide potentially. But the gains are having an awesome house. I can still afford it, but it's just, yeah, Inverberby, I don't know. So that's the fun and games going on in my life at the moment. I have been working on that other XS750. I've got a video that's almost finished, but numbnuts here. Christ, I am getting a beer tonight. I didn't think I was gonna, but it is far too nice to not sit and have a barbecue and a few beers. I built a little battery box that goes between the frame rails, which was cool. I took a little template. So initially I bent some sheet metal, good English, true. Bent some sheet metal, which was 1mm thick stuff. I don't know if anyone, it's unbelievably difficult to get great degrees of accuracy with a sheet metal bender at home, particularly with something that's so awkward in size that it doesn't really fit into your vise properly, so you can't then shove it in a vise with a straight edge to try and hammer it all to get that, tighten that edge up, and then make sure all your tolerances are as what you expected them on the fold line. So I had a little faff around playing with that, all good learning, all good fun. And then I didn't have any 1mm steel left, so I made this 2mm. I had 2mm steel, so I used 2mm steel to make this this box for the electrics with the battery tray slung underneath. It's not finished yet, it will be. The reason it's not finished yet is because numbnuts here, I took a paper template off the frame rails. I thought it was bang on. I cut it out of 2mm steel, I cut all the sides out, the front and the back, welded it all together, and then lo and behold, it doesn't fit. It's like the thinnest of all hairs away. What do you think? Nah. Also, this is still a 30. Naughty boy. So lo and behold, doesn't fit. Just at a few points. It's 2mm thick steel. There's not really much you can do with it. I'll see if I can find a video to put in, but there's two options to try and get rid of some of the steel with a file, like a mill off each of the corners that are protruding, which it's maybe an alright idea, or I just make it again as punishment and good practice to to try and make it better this time. It was actually, I was really pleased with it. It was actually a nice looking box that I'd made. I TIG welded it all together and smoothed the edges off. It just doesn't fit, and it's almost doesn't fit so much that it deserves to be remade. Come on, you turd. There we go. So I've got to remake that, so that's on my task this afternoon, to go and recut that. And I finally got prescription glasses that don't make me look like a gigantic sex offender, which is really nice. The ones I had before were horrendous, but also prescription safety glasses are really good because they stop shit going in your eyes. Unfortunately, I only picked them up yesterday, and last week the safety squint let me down when cutting that 2mm steel, and I ended up getting a wee sparkle, giving me a little bit of temporary blindness. I wasn't blind. I wasn't as bad as being blind, but I did. Yeah, a little spark did go in my eye, which was a shame. My own stupid fault. A bit like the fire extinguisher, why risk it? And now I've got prescription safety glasses. That's great. I've normally managed to get away with just wearing my own glasses, but there's safety glasses for a reason. They wrap around your face a little bit better and try not to make you look like a sex offender. So awesome. So yeah, when I got home this trip, I planned to You get the Scrambler MOT'd, I plan to do this, I plan to do that, I plan to do a shitload of stuff that hasn't happened. Everyone probably knows the score already. Life gets in the way. So I ended up 3D printing a little mount for the Scrambler, for the rear mudguard, brake light integration, because you can't really get 6-volt electronics that easily. So I made this thing that you can see on screen. Just pretty cool. I went to test it with my 6-volt battery, it was dead. I attached my 6-volt battery to my Noco intelligent charger to try and charge it up and bring it back to life. I thought these things, you usually leave it and eventually it detects at 6 volts. So I went away and left it. Well, I double checked, it wasn't doing it, and I thought, right, I'll leave it. I forgot about it. It was getting charged in the 12-volt mode. Ooh, lobster shop coming right up. It was getting charged in the 12-volt. John's Haven is where it is, if anyone's interested. Never been here before. I was going to go, but it was closed, so I never actually know exactly where it is. But this place, actually, just a minute, yeah, this place always looks to me as though it would be the first place that succumbs to any kind of global warming, because all the houses are literally right in the water. But enjoy. Please don't take out the lobster shop. So yeah, the 6-volt battery did not charge. It overheated and it's swollen up when I came back to it the next morning. It was hot as shit. I quickly took it off and took it outside, and never to be seen again, because I don't know what the fuck's going on with it, but it's yeah, whatever has happened should not have happened. It definitely should have charged. So that electrics tray on the Scrambler, it was built specifically around this battery box. However, there are other 6-volt batteries that are probably gel batteries coming to market that can be mounted on their side. So my plan now is to what the fuck is going on here? Alright, bus. Alright, just do a 3-point turn in the middle of the old street. What way to go, what way to go? I think it's round to the left, maybe. Maybe it's round to the right. There it is. There it is. In all its glory. No entry, wild animals. Better keep me out. So anyway, yeah, I need to get another battery box. It's a long way of saying that. Damn, this looks like it's going to be good. Wonder if they'll just let me park here. Right, I'm going to pick this video up later. Okay, guys. That lobster roll was unreal. I wanted more than the one I had, but so I think I'll probably call this. We'll see in the picture actually. Looked great. I ended up muscling my way onto a bench and having a great time. The most idyllic setting out here, but so I'm gonna go and go for a ride. Probably might record it, but I'm not gonna do a vlog. I'll just maybe record audio only. So yeah. I'm gonna love you and leave you, and catch you in the next episode. See ya. You fat hand it for me.